We're your Huckleberry Podcast, 100th episode coming up next. Tombstone. Let's go.
Haven't Seen It with Tim Sestito and Tommy Tevenen. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Thank you all so much for listening today. This is a podcast where one of us is watching a movie for the very first time. And today that is Tommy.
Yeah.
Tommy's never seen Tombstone before.
Though we had tried before to make me watch it.
Yeah, you would think, yeah, such a slog to get through, really. Just a slow paced and boring, dry film, Tommy, that we selected here. We are
But yeah.
also joined by our very special guest, Connor Dowling. Dowling was the one who showed me Tombstone, introduced me to this wonderful film.
To be fair, I was there that night too. I was asleep though.
That half counts.
Yeah, that half counts.
By osmosis.
I was in there. I probably had dreams about Wyatt Earp during when you guys were watching it.
Tommy just has cowboy dreams for a year and he doesn't know where they come from.
Some weird subconscious thing where
hey, good
maybe I should wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah, that'll mesh. Good to see you, fellas. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, Tommy had some cowboy dreams and didn't understand what happened the next morning. He comes in like a stupor, like, fellas, I had some cowboy dreams last night. And then I'm like, Tommy, were you watching a David Lynch film? Why are you talking about your dreams?
I start singing "Where Have All the Cowboys Gone."
Yeah,
great song.
So normally the way we kick off this podcast is we do a what movies have you seen recently? But given this is our 100th episode special, Tommy and I, in preparation for this, we've been taking 2 weeks off here. We have gone through and rewatched every single movie that we've watched. We've rewatched 99 films.
No.
Yeah, we've rewatched 99 of these movies. Wait, Tommy,
we told our loved ones.
Tommy, you're looking at me weird. Are you telling me you didn't rewatch 99 movies?
I tried one and I was like, I think I'm good. I rewatched Scream and I was like, all right, I got my fix.
There we go. Good.
Timmy told all his loved ones, like he's like, oh, sorry, can't see for the next 2 weeks. Got to dedicate this one to the pod.
Gee whiz.
And we rewatched all 99 movies to see which one that we had never seen before going in, which movie that we covered was our favorite. Dowling, I know you've listened to, I think, almost every single episode.
I listened to all of them.
If there's any movies that you felt that we've covered, that you really loved the episode and loved the movie, being introduced to it.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. That's a great question.
So I'll let you sit in it, Tommy.
Yeah. That's a good question. I'm gonna take it to the phone just to get a look at it.
Yeah.
Refresh the memory.
Tommy.
All right. So for us, we've covered some great movies on this podcast, like Top Gun, Godfather 2, Legally Blonde, which I've never seen before. I mean, Train Spotting, Home Alone 2.
Oh, it's easy, fellas. It's The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I was about to mention that one.
I'm kidding.
But my favorite movie that we've covered on this podcast that I saw for the first time because of this podcast, without a doubt, was RoboCop. It was a great time. I was there for that screening when we watched RoboCop together, the three of us.
It was awesome.
Amazing movie, amazing 80s movies. I was like, how's not ever before in my life? This is everything I would love in a movie, and I love this movie.
It's such a Tommy movie.
It is such a Tommy movie.
It's shocking that it wasn't part of my repertoire. The second one on my list is Dirty Dancing. Total 180 from the other. But Dirty Dancing, did not expect much of it. I mean, there's some movies we cover, like The Godfather, great movie, but I expected it to be a great movie. Dirty Dancing was one of those movies that came out right. I thought it was gonna be some stupid fluff, and I was like, wait, this is actually fucking incredible.
Oh yeah, Tommy, you know what the answer has to be, and the thing is, I can't give the answer yet. I told you I would. I gotta watch The Thing.
Yeah.
So it'll be like season 1, episode 23, The Thing.
I
Like I
appreciate
gotta
you
watch
scrolling
it.
back and figuring out which
No,
episode number
because
the thing
here's the
was.
thing, like dude, you guys do a lot of great movies, and like I've seen the majority of them, and the
Mm.
ones that I haven't seen that you're like, miss it, I do.
Yeah.
Like I'm like,
and
yeah, that sounds like great advice. I
and
don't
the
have
one the
enough.
one is yeah,
Yeah,
the
I
one is
don't
for
have
the
enough
thing.
time for bad movies. It's like I need sure things.
There's definitely something that we whiffed on. We're like, why did we cover this movie? Oh, Perks being a wallflower.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is one that like for Dowling, I've told Dowling like for the past 2 years, Dowling, we shook on it. I'm pretty sure you have to watch the
I
thing,
know.
and I
There's
have
no
to be
time
there.
limit attached. We're gonna do it.
Yeah,
But
one
like,
day.
here's the thing. It's like I'm getting old, man. Like I fall asleep in the movie theater at movies I really want to see. like, like ones I've been waiting to go see that I spend money on and out. Like a movie that kind of sucks. Like if one person's like, miss it. I'm like, yeah, good enough for me. Not watching it.
Yeah, basically when we went and saw Shazam in theaters and you just conked out. For me,
Yes.
I would say, just some memorable shout outs here when Tommy took me to a sing-along version of Josie and the Pussycats, and I sat next to a girl who said every line like a quarter of a second before the beat. That made for a very
I
enjoyable
love it.
screening experience. Army of Darkness was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed Dirty Dancing. The Exorcist with the Film v Film podcast. That was another great movie that I had never seen before. We covered The Goonies, Lethal Weapon 1. So many great movies, but I think for me, The Thing was number one. It was just like changed the way I could view a horror movie to be. And easily John Carpenter's best film. And we also covered probably his second best film, Halloween, at least
Yeah,
in my rankings of them from there. But yeah, we covered a lot of great movies. When we
You crushed it.
Did our little Hitchcock stint. I really loved when we did Psycho. Psycho is
Mm.
such a fun movie. And of course,
So
covering
good.
one of my all-time favorites, It's a Wonderful Life, and making you watch that for the first time was just magical. And you
Yeah,
actually
that was up
liked
there
it.
too.
And
Yeah,
you
that was a
also
great
liked
movie
it.
too. Yeah.
It's really hard to create timelessness, like
Mm.
that's a timeless movie.
Yeah,
Like
Mm.
it always works. Like
Yeah.
Star Wars is timeless. It always works.
Mm.
It's hard.
very
Yeah, so
hard.
these movies like you expect this we cover a lot of movies that are very iconic and like sometimes I think like oh like I've heard so much about this movie I don't need to see this and I watch something like Field of Dreams and I'm like
Oh,
first of all I'm crying second of all I'm like this is an incredible movie.
Tommy, you watched that with me, right?
Yeah, and we were both weeping.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh, oh,
how
it's
are
the
you
worst.
Yeah,
how do you not cry
Oh,
at the end
dude,
of Field? Yeah.
that's the like Voight comp test of today. Like,
yeah,
to see if someone's a replicant, from like Blade Runner. You put on
yeah,
frickin' if they're a guy
yeah,
who loved their dad, you put that
yeah.
on and you look over and he's like, you want to play catch? And if you're not crying,
You're not fucking human.
correct.
It's like you gotta stare his eyes the whole time. Like, are you fucking crying? Why are you not
Ho,
crying?
ho, what?
I
This means nothing to you?
I'll also say the movie that probably caught up to me, like the one that I expected the least out of when we covered it, was Carrie, Brian
Oh,
De Palma
bro.
film.
Oh, dude, it hits you.
So such a fantastic film. We're going to
Masterpiece.
continue trying to make sure that we give you
Okay.
quality films and not forgettable films. I think it's more fun when we do less Perks of Being a Wallflower. And even though Air Force One was fun, but that's a movie that I'd struggle to like remember a ton of, except for Get Off My Plane. That's
Yeah, that's all you need to know about the movie.
all
So
you need
good.
to.
And fellas, the cool thing about cinema is like seeing it at different stages of your life. Like I
Oh
saw
yeah,
Carrie when I was in high school and I was like, oh man, this is a scary movie, like terrifying, poor bullied kid, whatever. That movie has gotten more and more terrifying by the decade. Because
yeah,
now I have 3 daughters and the oldest is
yeah,
13. Dude,
yeah,
hits differently.
yeah.
And it's so funny, like watching a film evolve as you grow through it. Oh, it's weird, dude.
Well, I remember when we watched Scream in the opening scene to get with Dowling. You were just like, "Tell me, why are we watching this movie? I fucking hate this movie now."
Dude, it's like I love that movie. I had a VHS. I watched it all the time. I had a crush on Nev Campbell. And like now I'm like, oh my God, this is giving me agita. It's so funny, dude. And like
Yeah,
things just come out of nowhere.
yeah.
Absolutely. It's been a great 99 episodes beforehand, and we look forward to bringing you 100 more great ones.
Good
And
stuff,
we're kicking
lads.
this off with Tombstone.
From Hollywood Pictures, they'd shared a past.
Wyatt Earp is my friend.
A trust.
Thanks for always being there, Doc.
And an enemy.
I want your blood.
Together, they fought a battle at the OK Corral the West would never forget.
Oh, my God.
Come on! Kurt Russell is Wyatt Earp. Val Kilmer is Doc Holliday. They're bringing justice to Tombstone. Rated R.
So Tombstone is a 1993 American Western film loosely based on real events that took place in Southeast Arizona in the 1880s, including the gunfight at the OK Corral and the Earp Vendetta Ride, featuring true historic Western icons such as Wyatt Earp, Johnny Ringo, and Doc Holliday. For me, Dowling introduced me to this movie, and when I say this is the greatest dudes rock movie of all time, with the king of one-liners. Like that is this movie to its core. It is just dudes rocking. It is, and it's dudes firing off one-liners to like and elevating something that's probably not as, definitely exaggerated in examples for dramatic effect and fulfilling it to the highest extent. Tommy, your first true watch of Tombstone, what was your reaction to the
First of
movie?
all, First of all, I like this movie. I thought it was a really good, like well-paced action western. I did expect almost a little bit more action-y out of it, the way that you guys have hyped up, other people have hyped up over the years, especially in the climax. The climax was a little more intimate than I expected, which I was expecting more of like a balls to the wall shootout, like fucking crazy. And like obviously this movie had a lot of scenes like that. I just was a little shocked by how the ending ended up in a way that I actually thought was kind of refreshing and very like interesting in a way that could have been just a easy generic action
Well,
movie towards the end.
well, and I'll even throw you back to a Western of a similar time, Unforgiven with Clint Eastwood, and the ending of that film is very boom, guns ablazing, like that was a great Western.
Mm.
But I like that it really focuses in on the relationship of Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday, Kurt Russell and Val Kilmer, kind of coming together in that relationship and what a guy like Wyatt Earp means to a guy like Doc Holliday. Because I think we got to take it all the way back to our introduction of Doc Holliday in the poker room, playing poker, getting an idea of who this guy is. And we're introduced to Wyatt Earp beforehand, arriving in Arizona. He's getting courted by the marshals already, trying to join up. And if you don't know who Wyatt Earp is a famous lawman from Dodge City in Kansas, and he and his family are moving out west to live the American dream, retire into obscurity, and make a lot of money. And the interesting part of it is seeing the introduction of Doc Holliday contrasted with the introduction of Wyatt Earp and like how different these two people are. They're pretty much on the opposite end of the spectrum because like Wyatt or Wyatt Earp is true like a lawful neutral if you want to go by those like nine typecasts, like solely in the middle of like by the books there. And Doc Holliday is an agent of chaos, in my opinion. And I mean, I think that's what's so enticing about the character and really draws people to him because he's easily the most memorable part of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like he takes on just such a great role. I mean, I'm curious to see, Dallin, you might have seen this movie 6 months later. They made a Wyatt Earp movie of with
Oh, Kevin
Kevin Costner.
Costner. It was
Awful.
awful.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was put that in the Postman column, like Waterworld. Like it was rough.
Yeah.
Like this, I have said this for a while and I still stand by this. My favorite, excuse me, my favorite acting performance of all time is Val Kilmer doing Doc Holliday.
Mm.
It really is. He is, quote after quote after quote. And like the emotions, the way he plays it, it's perfect. Like it's just him and what's the guy from Terminator? Michael Bean?
Yeah, Michael Biehn. Yeah.
Michael Bean. Him and Johnny Ringo. They're back and forth. Oh my God. The first time I saw the scene at the poker table when
Mm.
he's flaring off with the gun and Val Kilmer's like, I'm just going to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Like
I'm just gonna make fun of you.
yeah, oh, it's the wonder, like
It's a
the movie doesn't need all the action when you have that absolute incredible mental sparring. It's
mm.
like they're quoting Latin at each other. They're like, it's just that's where the action is. It's the human back and forth. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I
I think
absolutely
that
love it.
I think that Val Kilmer, I mean, like he also plays like sick extremely well throughout the whole movie, where he just seems like he's like always just close to death door.
Death's Door,
And
totally.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
He's
it's
like
even when you see him, you see he's like so sweaty and just like when you're,
Pale.
you
He
know,
just looks sick.
and in our past couple episodes, we've talked about like the movie star shot, the movie star reveal. Like this is that's a movie star shot for Val Kilmer, flipping the poker chips and the camera pan up to him at
Yeah.
that table. But it's
Bam.
the makeup's not there. He's missing under the eye. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's
You see him just
perfect.
sweating, and you
And
see characters make a lot. The Cowboys, the infamous gang,
yeah,
when they're at the bar with them, and they comment of like, yeah, oh yeah, you look well. You
yeah.
look well, Doc.
I'm in my
yeah.
prime. It's like, hey, Lunger. That's a
Yeah.
great line, Lunger.
And those who don't know, Doc Holliday was suffering from tuberculosis at the time,
Yes.
which was not something that medicine had caught up to at this point in time.
Yeah, and
And
no
and
penicillin yet.
we watch the illness slowly take over him there. And as the story progresses and Wyatt Earp starts to lose his brothers to injury or death, we see that connection form between Wyatt Earp and between, Doc Holliday, who's coming out of bed limping essentially to go out in the fight and take down these cowboys
Yeah, it's incredible.
during the Vendetta ride. And there's a great line where the two other outcasts are with them, and then they're
Mhm.
like, why the hell are you doing this, Doc? And he goes, Wyatt Earp is my friend. He's like, well,
I
what
got
the
a
hell is
lot
that?
of
And I got
friends.
a lot of friends. He's like, I don't. And
Yeah.
it just shows what that relationship means. Somebody who's been true
Loyalty.
and loyal to him, and how like that plays a part in it there. So Tommy, for you, what moment stood out to you the most, like in the film?
I
Like
mean,
which sequence was the one that made you go, "Oh, crap."
I think like some of the more action scenes of like them with Powers Booth as Curly Bill. I think that him in the theater, just like him and Michael Biehn just shooting the guy over and over again. Like all the performers are on stage. Like it gave a thought that I was like, live performing must have been really fucking difficult back then.
You
For that
had to be
Val,
good.
yeah, you had to be good, or else forget Rotten Tomatoes. You're getting fucking a bullet in your fucking head.
Boo.
Yeah, boo, boo, fucking take off the stage. Like fucking Chris Rock. Like obviously it could have been done a lot worse back then. But I mean, overall, I think that like I just love like how Ike Clayton, Stephen Lang in this movie was just like a human scuzzball. Every time you
Yeah.
see him, he's like the dirtiest fucking man you ever seen in your goddamn life. Where it's just like it comes to him, he's like fucking in the mud, he's like full of mud. He's like, oh, what the fuck is going on here?
He's the biggest coward you've ever seen in your life too, because
Yeah.
and I love when the Doc's vendetta, or not Doc, Wyatt Earp's vendetta begins, and at the train station,
Yeah.
where
I
they're
was just
at
gonna
the
say this.
where they're there ready to jump Wyatt Earp and his brother,
Yeah.
and Earp gets the better of them, and he knocks one down. He takes the other one, the boot, right to his cuff, and just gets him
Spur
with the
cuts his freaking
Yeah.
cheek.
cheek.
Yeah.
And you just hear, oh no, don't kill me, don't kill me. Utter coward, a man who's you were about to
Immediate.
jump, who had the jump on you,
Yeah.
who knew what was going to happen
Now you
and got
show
to
your
you.
yellow backside. But you as a fellow Giant fan, I hope you've got to experience the wonderfulness of being in Giant Stadium when the New York Football Giants are playing the Cowboys. They put that scene on the Jumbotron,
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
it's
that's amazing.
always a sellout. And I'm telling you, that's the one where 80,000 people lose their minds because rightly so, everyone hates the Cowboys. And literally, like my old man used to tell me about this when I was little. He was like, you get to a real game, like the stadium shakes.
Oh
When
yeah.
they put that on, I've been to it once where I've been there and they played that at halftime when they were playing the Cowboys. And boom, dude, you feel it. It's incredible. Goosebumps, adrenaline. It's a magnificent scene.
From now on, I see a red sash, I kill the man
Kill
wearing
the
it.
man wearing it.
So run your
Oh,
car
What-
and tell the
what
cars the
shocks-
law is coming, and you tell them I'm coming, and hell's coming
Which-
with me. You hear?
What shocks me about this movie is how quickly this production could have easily gone off the deep end. So apparently, the writer of this movie, Kevin Jarre, he was the original director for this movie, and he was pretty much shooting for the first month, and he quickly realized, oh my god, I'm way over my head. I don't know how to direct. Like I'm fucking.
oh,
He was falling behind the shooting schedule. He was like failing to get the needed shots he needed. He was falling behind like over and over and over again. So eventually, they fired him a month into shooting, and he got replaced by George
Cosmatos.
George Cosmatos. And Michael Biehn, when that happened, almost quit the movie because he was like, this guy, George, he doesn't understand the script. He doesn't understand the emotion. He has no passion for the script.
Oh,
He's
no.
a hired hand. And somehow all the cast stayed on. And then the rumor has it, and Kurt Russell himself says this, Val Kilmer backs him up. He said, I directed this movie. George was just put in place as a ghost director.
That's amazing.
Just to like, because I didn't want like the publicity of being like director too. And
I
so he
believe it.
says that Val Kilmer's like, yeah, he essentially directed it. I mean, I won't say fully. Michael Biehn's the only one that's like, well, he didn't direct me in any fucking scene. No, Michael Bihn's like the one that was just like, we should have kept Kevin Jarre. But I gotta imagine, can you imagine being a first time director and you're like, holy crap, like we're behind schedule, like
Yeah.
5 days behind shooting or something like that. Like, oh god,
that's brutal.
You're dealing with
Yeah.
Kurt Russell, Val Kilmer at like the heights of their powers,
Legends.
like two
Yeah.
true movie
Legends.
Sam
stars.
Elliott.
No, yeah, you have a
You
killer.
got Snake Plissken and Iceman being like, so what the hell's wrong with you? What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean,
Michael Bihn's in the corner, like, hey man, you're doing great. Yeah.
Kyle Reese is like, it's okay, buddy. I'll save you.
yeah,
Oh,
and it's
my-
truly an incredible cast here. Kurt, Val, Michael Biehn,
amazing.
Dana Delaney, Sam Elliott, Robert Burke, Bill Paxton, Stephen Lang, even Billy Zane makes a slight appearance in this, coming off of
And
Twin
how
Peaks
about
season
our
2.
boy? One of the best cameos, one of my favorite scenes, Billy Bob Thornton,
Yeah,
the loudmouth Johnny Tyler. He's in there mouthing off to everyone, bullying people, and everyone's like just kind of taking it. And then a real man walks in. Kurt Russell's like, think you're sitting in my seat? And he's like, meh, 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 meh. And then he finds out who he's dealing with, and he's like, whoops.
well, my
Yeah,
favorite.
like, oh, I fucked up.
My favorite
Huge.
part of that is he comes in, he's talking to the bartender buying a cigar,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, well, what's your name, stranger?" He's like, "Wyatt Earp." He's like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then basically watches him kick the guy who's killing his business out of the bar and go, "Oh, no, that's Wyatt Earp. Yep, yep."
Yeah,
Like your
and he looks
reputation,
over,
your
20%
reputation.
of the house takes sound about right.
Yeah.
Like, and now we're in business, baby.
Yeah,
You forgot the best cast member of all time, Frank Stallone. Just casually popping up. Anytime Frank Stallone pops up, it's like, oh, I guess slide into some
Oh
things
my
over here.
God, who
Yeah.
was Frank Stallone?
He was Ed Bailey, who was like, I guess one of the casino guys or something like that.
Interesting.
Oh, we got to rewatch again.
Even though
Shockingly, I missed Frank Stallone.
after
How could you?
after how many times did you see it?
I have seen Tombstone easy 20 plus.
And
Like
haven't noticed Frank Stallone
I
once.
did not notice. I am embarrassed to say I did not notice Frank Stallone. Like it's literally in my top 5. I've watched it so many times. This is you learn something new every time.
Turns out it's Frank Stone's in the movie I love. Who would have thought?
Someone's going up, in my opinion.
So let me ask you, fellas, about the fight behind the OK Corral, a
Oh,
legend
yeah.
in the Wild West tale,
Of course.
true historical event, and the conflict of it is between Wyatt Earp and his brother, played
Virgil, right?
by Virgil, yeah, played by Sam Elliott, who's fantastic, like
So good.
required in almost any Western, especially with that mustache.
And the voice.
And the voice, everything, just a true
He's
cowboy.
perfect.
And so the Earps come to town. They don't want anything to do with being a part of the law, but the cowboys are partnered up with the county, with the sheriffs. They have a lot of power, and there's fear throughout the streets for all the people living in Tombstone. And Virgil decides to take the law into his hands and become the marshal for the town alongside his other brother Morgan. And that gives Wyatt that causes a conflict between them because they just view it so differently of what they want out of this experience out here. And the first decree they pass is no guns allowed in town. You can still own them, you could still carry them, but not here, not on the strip.
Yeah.
And it's just a misdemeanor, but that's what causes the fight and the conflict, and
Yeah.
it makes you think. Well, because Wyatt's perspective was like, let them get their hangover hidden, and it's not worth the trouble. But they want to Virgil wants to enforce the law that he put into place, and it led to both Morgan and Virgil getting shot, and ultimately leading to their demise because it really put a target on their back. They took out 4 of the 5 the cowboys there that were with them. What did you think of that scene? Because I think it's kind of, in terms of the action, it's almost like the climax of the action. It's easily the biggest like action set piece in the film. Like there's action later on during the Ride of Vendetta, but that's cut so quick. It's really so fast.
It's great how they make this like very cinematic in general, because like the actual fight, looking up now, apparently lasted less than a minute, and which I mean I gotta imagine like in real life, like those fights were like in and out, but they just made this a very engaging cinematic fight, and like you said, I think it was the climax for the action. I think this is what
100%.
I first expected from the movie, where I was like, let's fucking go. Yeah, dudes rock.
And when they're walking through the town and the building's on fire in the background, we don't even see how the building's on fire, and it's almost solely there for cinematic effect. Like it serves no plot purpose. It is just a building on fire, but it is very clearly there just to elevate the moment.
For someone that's never seen this movie before, I've seen like scenes from that part of the movie, and I always assumed that was like the last like 5 minutes or something. And that's how it plays so well, where it's just like in the middle, where it's just like, oh, this is the middle of the movie. Let's see what goes on after. That was a very exciting moment.
Well, this is when things get real. It's like they have thrown down the gauntlet. Like it's, hey, we drew a line in the sand. Whether or not you agreed with it, like whatever, it's the law. You can't bring your guns into the town. And the cowboys were like, go scratch, and walked right in. And like, that's what it came down to. It was a choice. Because you know what? It's a law. Even Wyatt was like, come on. Like, that's a flimsy law. He's like, it's the law. We passed it. And now we're going to go have your guns and we're going to arrest you. It was where it's like, hey, this is it. you guys are a criminal organization. I believe they're the oldest criminal
They're
organization in the
considered to
United
be
States.
they're considered to be the beginning of organized crime in the United
Yeah.
States.
Yeah. I mean, as they say in the opening narration, who Robert Mitchum is the fucking narrator of this movie, which is another
It's
insane
so
fact.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like we made a law, everyone agreed on it. It's a law, and you're breaking it. And they were like, go ahead, and then shootout time. I believe the original one was called the Ike Clanton Gang, which is funny because like he's such a wimp in this, and like the little toady of like Curly Bill, but like I believe the original gang, like the historical one, was called the Ike Clanton Gang.
Yeah, you have to wonder though. It's one of those things of like Hollywood wise, where like, can you imagine like you fucking die and then 100 years later, like you're like, Hollywood just makes out to be just like the dirtiest motherfucker in the world. And you're like, what the fuck? It wasn't that bad. For all we know, Ike Clanton could have just been some normal dude.
Tommy, I'm gonna take
Here's
a time.
Tommy
I'm gonna take
Tevene,
a,
who
I'm gonna
never
take
bathed a day.
I'm gonna take a time out here. I'm going to say historically, for all the bad people that they've shown here, Hollywood probably did them a favor and made them
Yeah.
out to be slightly
Oh.
better than they actually were.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's
these
fair.
people
That's
were
fair.
absolute menaces of
100%.
society. Like,
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah,
once
they
the
did PG it
revolver
up a
came
little
out
bit.
and train robbing and bank robbing became a thing. Oh, dude, it's one man could shoot 6 people in 3 seconds. It's you had that and the Winchester rifle, the revolver, and the gun that won the West, and that was westward expansion. And bad people will always take advantage of a situation if they can.
yeah, and in that moment, it's when Ike's brother Billy dies, and that's what really causes Ike to kind of lose his cool. I think the one thing I would love to that would be clearer. Ike
Oh,
Clanton, we have Ike Clanton, we have Curly Johnny, we have Johnny Ringo, we have Curly Bill, and it's like it's kind of appears like Curly Bill is the leader, but it doesn't
yeah.
seem it's not super well defined. I know
Well, they
you're
mention it once when he goes like, "Wait till you see this place when he's in charge." Like
yeah.
they kind of allude to that, but Billy did have a freaking stole a scene with Val Kilmer when he's at the piano.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what a scene. Like that's what I mean
Hmm.
about Val Kilmer. All of them are so incredible. Like he's like, Stephen fucking Foster. He's like, you uneducated like worm. This is a nocturne, Frederick fucking Chopin. Like, oh, the disdain, the like, it's like, I know I have forgotten more than anything you've ever known in your life. Like, it's
Yeah.
so perfect.
Yeah, and then you have I love when Doc Holliday and Johnny Ringo are first introduced during that great tense scene with Curly Bill, kind of getting a gauge of what Wyatt Earp is doing in the town.
The Pharaoh
And then they
game.
start shooting back and forth in Latin with each other. It's like,
It's
what on earth is
incredible.
going on?
It's
And
a battle of wits.
and
It's a battle of wits.
in terms of Doc Holliday's like memorable performance, Johnny Ringo takes out his gun and shows he's the fastest man in the West,
Oh, yeah.
fastest gunslinger in the West, gets an applause, and then Doc Holliday just does it with a shot glass in his fingers, just goes and just like holsters it, mimic holsters it. This movie is just such a
It's
collection of
it's
incredibly memorable moments.
amazing.
It seems shocking. I mean, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Val Kilmer was not nominated for an Oscar, like whatsoever. He should have been a lock for
Oh,
Best Supporting Actor.
it blows my mind. I honestly think it's the best performance of all time.
Yeah,
I really do.
Like Roger Ebert at the time, like they weren't going to cover the movie on Siskel and Ebert, and then Roger Ebert said we started hearing this thing over and over again from almost everyone I talked to that Val Kilmer is great in this movie. And like when you hear one person say it, you're like, however, when you hear 2 people, maybe, and then once you hear a bunch of people start saying that, like
maybe I should take a look.
yeah. So you look at the time. I mean, like this is 93, right? Tombstone. So 93 Oscars. Here's who got it instead of Val Kilmer. Tommy Lee Jones, The Fugitive,
Oh,
which
good
we haven't
movie.
seen, but
You've never seen that? Great movie.
we'll have to cover it eventually. Leonardo DiCaprio and What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
Oh,
I heard
that
a
was
great
his first
performance.
big role. That was the Johnny
Um,
Depp one.
Ralph Fiennes in Schindler's List.
Oh,
John Malkovich in The Line of Fire,
I've never seen
and
that.
then Pete Puffs Wait in The Name of the Father.
Postlethwaite. In the
Postlethwaite.
Name of the Father is the
That
Daniel Day-Lewis movie.
Well, that's
sound
the of those
sounds
ones.
like
That's the
sounds like an easy switch and swap there. But I mean,
yeah. That's the
the
yeah. That's the only
Oscars are
movie
so
that
political. It just depends how much like Val Kilmer actually like
yeah.
campaigned for the nomination and for the win.
And like, are they gonna give him for like a straight up action movie? I mean, In the Line of Fire is more of like a thriller than it is
And
like an action
like
movie.
you can go back and everything's in context. Maybe
Mm.
piss someone off or something. You can go back now and look at Oscars and be like, you nominated what? Like
I think you can
Yeah,
still do that today.
that's
You
what I
nominated
mean.
what?
It's yeah, it's in the end, it's the opinion of a group, and they might have
their
an
opinion.
agenda, right?
Yeah, they have their
Yeah,
own agenda. So I think the other big thing is the love triangle in this between
Yeah.
Wyatt Earp and Josephine, the actress, and he has his wife who they never seem to really have a strong relationship to begin with, where we see his brothers having much more loving relationships with their
Oh
wives.
yeah.
Mm.
Contrasted there. For me, it always felt like a lot of this is based off the retellings that Josephine told after the fact, and she's kind of an important figure in that, right? But
Puts a
I didn't,
whimsical spin on it, I'm
well,
sure.
yeah,
I'll say this: that like Lisa Collins, who played like Wyatt Earp's wife in the initial
Maddie.
part of the movie, I don't remember her. It was not a memorable part of the movie.
Yeah,
That, that one aspect.
she does opium and he gets annoyed about it, and that's kind of
Yeah.
it. And
Yeah,
it makes you, I think a theme of this movie ultimately comes down like what do you want out of life? And that
Yeah.
last great scene between, when
Order
Doc
room
Holliday's
service
died.
every day, travel the world.
Mm.
And laudanum, which is what she was addicted to, is literally 95% alcohol with dissolved opium in it. Even like Wyatt's brother's wife was like, here, I got some, be careful. It's got a kick. Like, yeah, it is literally alcohol and opiates.
Yeah,
insane.
it's insane what was legal. You even see Curly Bill in an opium den. Like it's pretty crazy
Wow.
what was actually, legal back then to
What a
access.
great cinematic. Like, I love it when he's all hopped up. Like, just what an incredible scene. Him holding the guns, just shooting the moon, taking like those big cowboy steps. Oh, I
Yeah,
loved it. And you see him, he's all messed up in the den, and he's like, I feel great. And like,
Takes
I
out the
looked
first
that up.
marshal, Fred White.
Yes, I looked that up. That was a real thing. The marshal did get shot, but he died like 4 days later. And I believe he was going to testify that he thought it was an accident.
Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, because Curly Bill gets out of prison, obviously. They
Yeah,
kind of mention over it there quickly, but I think in terms of the direction, the pacing is so great that like
perfect.
it moves along so briskly at like
Well, they get
essentially a
you
2 hour
into it
run.
instantly with the murders at the wedding. They
Yeah.
let
yeah.
you know, like, hey, these guys don't care about anything. They're killers. And
Mm.
if you look at them the wrong way, they'll shoot you in the face and you won't be able to do anything. Like, oh,
Mm.
that was horrific. Sit down, shoot everyone, like beat up
What
on the
a
bride.
what a way to open up the movie too. Just show like
Incredible.
here's what our heroes gonna be fucking facing right
Jarring.
here.
Letting
Like,
you
Yeah,
know
just,
right off the
oh,
well, and it sets the stakes high of like,
yeah.
oh,
yeah.
don't like these people. These are not
Oh,
good people.
these are the
These
bad guys, dude. And just the kind of like prophetic Chekhov gun kind of idea where he's like, it's revelations, you filthy idiot. He was saying death will come on a pale horse. Like, quoting the Bible after shooting a priest in the freaking face and laughing about it. Like, these are men that are not to be trifled with. Like, it's just such an incredible opening.
Oh yeah, it is truly an incredible uh moment, an incredible opening for what I would call an incredible film. Now I think it's
It's
time
so good.
for us to maybe even rename this next segment after one of the performances in this movie.
I would.
I am a star. I'm a star, I'm a star, I'm a star. I am a big, bright, shining star.
It's almost unfair, I think, because I think Kurt Russell gives such a terrific performance as the
So
leading.
good. It's
He's
just,
so good,
I'm
and
sorry, Pippin. Like, there's one answer.
It's so clearly the Doc Holliday who's the best performance of the movie, because Val Kilmer just absolutely kills it. I mean, even the climax of the movie, the towards the end where with the pistol shot between Johnny Ringo and Val. I'll be a Huckleberry, and he's like, I have, we had a dance a long time ago. He's like, oh, I was just joking about that. I
It
wasn't.
wasn't.
It just gives you chills. Like,
incredible.
After leaving him in bed with the lung, being like, oh, he's gonna die, and then he just still comes back out. It's truly remarkable.
And it's the little things, how he talks to Kate, his paramour, like, you Hungarian devil. Like, the little things like, so that's why you're not wearing a bustle. Like, the inflection, like, every word he said is deliberate and purposeful. Oh, I thought he murdered in this movie.
When he first gets diagnosed by the doctor, and it's like, I'm a good woman to you, doc. Don't I always take care of you? Yes, it's true. You're a good woman.
Have another cigarette.
You may be the Antichrist.
I think in a movie full of like colorful characters, especially colorful supporting characters, he's the one that easily just stands out the most, and just brings in such great like energy in general. Just so it's
and he just knows the character so well. It's from like being pompous all the way down to like smug. When he's like, where you going with that shotgun? We're talking here like, you can go now. Leave the shotgun on the ground. Like, the adults are talking. Like, you're beyond my notice. He's incredible. He's just so good.
Yeah, it's truly just like, it's such an iconic performance, and there's a bar in Nashville called Doc Holliday's that I have to take a visit to now. Just looking that up and finding it.
Got a report.
Yes, I definitely
gotta go up to everybody and just start quoting lines of this movie and see how long.
I might have to take a field trip. And
are you guys
like,
real Doc
Holidays? We're going to Nashville.
Yeah, see how long it takes me to get kicked out of the bar by just going around like, I'll be your Huckleberry.
That's always fun.
As many people as I possibly can.
Tommy loves that. Just, stir a couple pots, see what happens.
He loves
specialty.
He loves to do that. All right.
Are you ready, comedy partner? Waka waka.
All right, boys. Tombstone, would it work as a Muppet adaptation? There's a part of me that says yes, because like the over-the-top side supporting characters, I could just see it. Like, I can kind of see the movie coming alive with it. Obviously, the violence would be toned down quite a considerable amount, and probably they'd erase like the opium side.
Well, also, you erase the drugs, you make it a little more kid friendly. But I mean,
you give them all cookies, and Cookie Monster's the opium dealer. He's like, here, eat this slow.
Well, this is also a franchise. The first Muppet movie had Kermit like in a fucking like shootout right there, in a Western shootout. So
I could see it.
The Western has been covered, and it would be great to see a full-on Muppet Western.
The emotion's more important than the action in this movie. Like this, it's a dialogue-driven movie.
It's a dialogue-driven film between a relationship about a relationship between two men. And it starts with the Earp brothers. But so watching cool. Doc Holliday almost be closer to Wyatt, and even though they're so drastically different human
Totally.
beings.
It's
Like the
like,
connection they share brings them closer than Wyatt was with his
Yeah.
So
actual blood.
Kermit's Wyatt, and then Doc Holliday then is he's Fozzie because they're best friends, I guess.
he can, Fozzie's not crazy
Well,
enough.
no,
Like, and he's not smart
Fozzie's
enough.
doing the Fozzie's
Like,
doing the one-liners, but it's bombing in this
yeah,
case.
but
And then the
like,
only human
and
is Stephen
Doc
Lang.
is smooth. Like, Doc Holliday went to UPenn. Like, he was a
He
trained
was a
dentist.
dentist. Yeah.
Like, he was a trained dentist. And they say, like, he had the sharpest wit and the quickest draw. Like, Fozzie, I love him. He's a goofball. Like,
Yeah.
Fozzie
So
could be.
Gonzo.
Fozzie could
Gonzo's
be
even worse. Gonzo's
yeah.
an even worse choice.
Like Fozzie, if you make it a mean, would be like Ike Clanton.
The only
I
one,
was gonna say, you keep Ike Clanton as the only human because you just need a human dirtball in that fucking movie.
I think the easiest casting decision of all time is Sam the Eagle as Virgil. That's the easiest
Oh,
casting
done.
decision.
It's not.
Oh, yeah,
it's not even close.
He's practically Sam Elliott already.
I
Yeah.
didn't know it until you said it. Then nothing was truer in the world. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
It's a perfect casting there. All right, boys, review time.
Oh,
Give me a score out of 5. Tommy, let's go to you first.
All right, so this is a great first watch. I'm glad I finally watched this movie, and it was engaging throughout. I mean, like the colorful side characters really made this movie like stand out for me, and like the villains, they really popped as villains. It was just a great, like, almost near campy, but not campy. And I'm gonna go 4 out of 5. I think this is a very fun first watch. I'm excited to watch this again. And this is just fucking great. We want to have a Western.
Dowling, to you.
well, I feel like every time I come on here, I give high scores to everything. But this one, I have said for a very long time, is in my top 5. This, for me, is a perfect movie. It literally is 5 out of 5. Everything works. From the little scenes of them performing the vaudeville, the like Jason Priestley showing up, like the scene with the horse where he just smacks, like there's no fat on it, and it's a wonderful film. I can't get enough of it. I get goosebumps thinking about it.
I'm also going to agree with Dowling here. This is a 5 out of 5 for me. I had some friends over to watch this last night. I think this is truly one of my favorite movies to just watch with a
So
group of
good.
people. I think it's so much fun to just share, and especially like they'd all seen it, throwing lines back and forth at each other, and it's just so tightly paced, and it's almost a miracle this movie works considering the director disaster that went on behind the scenes there, that you didn't really like. You had Kurt Russell directing the scenes he was in, and George Lathamos directing the scenes that he was in, and it's almost insane that this movie works as well as
It's incredible, and it's long. And there's
Mm.
no downtime. There's no like silent, pensive staring. Like there is something going on at every moment. It really is so good.
It's so strong and poignant, and it really does ride the line of that like cheesy camp, but also
Yeah.
like somehow keeps it really grounded in realism in a
The
way that
act-
like
the
it
actors.
I don't know which is I would testament to the performers, because
Yeah.
it really does not feel like a movie that should work as well as it does, but it truly does. I think it's a masterful work, and I love always coming back to this movie. And yeah, this is our 100th episode. We started off 100 with a bang here. Dowling, thank you so much for joining us.
Yo,
Always
thanks
having
for
you.
letting me be here, gentlemen. This has been a great time.
Yeah.
I always enjoy coming on, and I'm glad that this happened because you guys didn't like Dungeons and Dragons.
Pretty much.
That's how it's born out of. Yeah.
Yes.
So Tommy, any final thoughts before we wrap up this episode?
Well, Dallin, you said that you've only covered movies on here that you love, so we got to find a movie that you just fucking hate sometimes.
Yeah, oh, there's a few of them. Something you guys should check out if you haven't seen yet. The Hulu show Shogun.
I want to see.
I've heard it's great.
Incredible. I've read the book. It was a long time ago, about 15 years ago. Third episode comes out tomorrow. I watched the first two. I haven't been this excited since Game of Thrones season 4. I'm not lying.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
What
And
about
it's
Game of Thrones
historical
season 8?
fiction. Yeah, it's historical fiction, which I love the genre. And the
Mm.
only thing they change is the shogun's name. The real shogun, it was the Tokugawa shogunate. That was like
Mm.
a 250-year reign until the Meiji Restoration.
Mm.
They call it the Toranaga shogunate, and it is so good, dude.
All right,
Like,
Yeah.
definitely check out Shogun. Tommy, any final thoughts before we
oh,
wrap
I'm
up this
sorry, we're
episode?
still recording. I'm talking too much.
Very good. But yeah, no, so you can follow us on social media at Seen It Pod. That's on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, the occasional thread. And also follow us on YouTube. At Haven't Seen It Pod on YouTube. Upload episodes up there. And we have a banger month coming up. I mean, we're covering next week, we're covering Manhunter, Michael Mann's Manhunter, going back in the world, man. And we're gonna be covering Scarface, and I think I confirmed Upstairs Steve's going to be the guest for Scarface. So another big guest return right there for us.
He's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, perfect, fellas. Happy 100th episode.
Congrats, man.
Thank you all so much for listening. We will see you next week.